Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to do a quick video on thermostats, what they do, how to operate them, and how to install a thermostat if you go about getting a new one. Thermostats, the whole job of a thermostat is to operate the unit, um, to cut the fan on if needed, to cut the heater on, and cut the AC on, and to program it. That's the only thing that a thermostat does. Um, when you start getting into these high-end thermostats, they got Wi-Fi. You got some like the Nest thermostat. Um, it actually learns how you operate. You know what days and what times temperatures are normally in the same range. It'll try to keep it at that level. So that's a pretty good thermostat also. But most of the, overall, your basic thermostat is just gonna cut the unit on and off and maintain your temperature. Now, when you start getting into these more expensive thermostats, then it's gonna get a little bit more complicated, and I recommend you keeping the owner's manual so you can see how to get that to operate like you need to, because they can get pretty fancy. So um, the Wi-Fi is also a good feature if you travel a lot, or if like on days, sometimes you may leave home and no one's there, so there's no use in temperature being the way it is. But or you may leave and it starts raining, you can actually cut it down and save a little bit of energy. So they're pretty good for that. So um, I've used quite a few of those Wi-Fi thermostats. But yeah, now I'm gonna show um, what you need to do if to when you're replacing the thermostat. And the first thing is knowing what type of system you have. You need to go in the attic or in the closet or wherever your unit is and see what type of unit it is. And when I say what type of unit it is, I'm talking about, is it a gas or electric? That's one of the main things. And heat pump. Those are the three types of thermostats. So some people have heat only, some people have AC only, but most of all they're gonna have AC and heat. So you need to get your that type of a thermostat. Um, Now, when you get a thermostat, it's gonna have the instructions on there. It's gonna have how to change it from gas to electric if it's a gas or electric, and then fuel, oil, and so forth. So the first thing you want to do, the second thing you want to do, excuse me, is go to your unit and disconnect the power. If you got an electric unit, it should be a disconnect box somewhere close by. If not, some of these older houses, you have to go all the way to your breaker box and cut off your breaker box. You may want to have somebody with you to make sure the power is off, but cut the power off to it. Um, Even though I go to breaker boxes and I see the power off on it, I still get my electric voltmeter and check it, because sometimes things get mislabeled and you don't want to get shocked. So um, make sure the power is off. Second thing, take the old thermostat off, but before you take it off, since you know not experienced with it as much, you want to probably take a picture of it to see which wires went where they were, because some guys um, don't color code like they should. But most all thermostats should be red, green, white, yellow, and blue. But some people use different colors for different reasons. Sometimes wires go bad and they use a different color to keep the unit going. So just take a picture, and the reason you're taking that picture is so you can see where the wire went. But you're not trying to match the wires. You just want to see where the wire went and match that on the new unit, new thermostat. So red is for your power, and that's coming from your transformer. And your transformer is the part on your unit that gives the thermostat its 24 volts. Now, all thermostats work off 24 volts. Your transformer sends power to the thermostat, and the thermostat job is to send power back to the unit to whichever device you want to come on. So, say for instance, if you put it on heat, it's gonna give the W power, which is your heat, and it sends it to the furnace or electric air handler, and it tells it to come on. Or if you send it to G, which is the green wire, that's the fan. It goes to the fan. It just simply just tells the fan to come on by itself. So each function has its own wire. So you just need to figure out which wire goes where, and apply that on the new thermostat. And double check yourself, because once you turn that switch back on, all the wires need to be correct. And you want to look for any brittle wires. Any wires that's been damaged, or any of that, you want to make sure that's not showing when you put the new thermostat up. Other than that, that's pretty much what thermostats are, how they operate, and how to install them. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, or um, I can reply to you as soon as I get a chance. But hope everybody has a wonderful day. And once again, thank you for joining. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.